This is one of my knitting machines. It's what's called a chunky. So this is what I use to knit, for example, mohair sweaters and all the other chunkier, thicker, heavier pieces of knitwear. These machines are amazing. My grandmother had one, my mother had one, and there's only one company still making them in the world. But the ones that are mostly in use are vintage ones. So this one is between 30 and 40 years old, still works like a dream. And whenever I use it, I have still such a connection, not only in the way it feels and what it does, but the way it sounds. So it's not something I ever thought I would do or end up doing, but it's something I've found with great pleasure and great joy. I'm largely self-taught, and I loved the learning curve, and the fact that it's really never-ending. You can always keep learning and keep exploring. I love the idea of clothing in its most elemental form, the form in which the act of getting dressed in the morning ties us back to every ancestor in the world. We all do it. We've been doing it for millennia, and I love the idea of wrapping oneself in cloth every day in order to present oneself and to protect oneself. And I love the idea that regardless of what the fashion is, that need remains the basis of it all. We need to go out into the world wrapped in something, and that something is fabric. That's also why I'm so attracted to the idea of rectangular pieces of cloth, because those are the most elemental forms of clothes. Wrapping yourself in a piece of fabric is as simple as it gets, and therefore as fundamental and as archetypal as it gets.